Hello, today we're going to talk about window strikes. So oftentimes one of the most frequent bird victims we get in are victims of window strikes. So what that means is when a bird crashes into the window, a lot of the time they sustain head trauma, shoulder injuries, sometimes things you can't even see. So oftentimes people will see birds down on the ground below a window or a door or something that appears reflective, and sometimes people will describe the birds as looking sort of fat, mostly because they're all fluffed up. If you ever see a bird that is fluffed up, it's usually not a good thing. During the day, if you've got your blinds down, your window from the outside is going to show just a reflection of the environment behind it. So these birds see this and they think that they can fly right through it. Sometimes this happens at night as well, especially this time of year with birds migrating. Sometimes you'll see the light in houses and just be led astray off course, and they'll hit windows for that reason. Usually treatment for this is very much supportive care, and that's especially if we can get the bird right away. So a lot of the time you may see a bird that looks injured below a window. The best thing is to bring it to the SPCA right away, even if you don't see any immediate injuries. A lot of the time these birds, even if they do muster up enough energy to fly off, they end up dying later on because of bruising or brain swelling, things like that. If you have a bird feeder, you either want it to be very close within about 3 feet of your window, or you're going to want to put it about 30 feet away from your house. You don't want that in between, because that's going to lead birds to use directly next to your house as a flying range, and if they don't realize there's a window there, they're oftentimes going to hit it.
So they do sell all sorts of little decals and things that you can stick on your windows, which are meant to prevent bird strikes. However, these aren't really effective. If you ever see a bird in the wild, they can dart through the trees with pretty amazing acrobatics. They fly through spaces that are just a couple of inches wide, but they do sell a bird tape, and you put it in horizontal or vertical stripes on your window, and the spacing has to be less than 2 inches to prevent birds thinking they can just fly through the gaps. Obviously, if you have a house with a lot of windows, this is not a very inexpensive solution. The other thing that you can do to keep birds from crashing into us is hang something outside of the windows. Blinds and drapes on the insides of the windows they won't see, but something on the outside of the windows to break up the reflections can be effective.
If you do find sick or injured wildlife, please call the SPCA's Wildlife Department at 875-7360, extension 247.